I was so obsessed with these series when I was younger. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Sean. Let's talk about some books. First things first. I don't know what it is about this watermelon one, but just slaps. It's no secret that I am obsessed with reading, but I thought I'd do a video going through some of the series that I really loved as a teenager, which was many years ago. First up, we've got the Drake Chronicles. This series is where I first fell in love with a book boyfriend. The first book, My Love Lies Bleeding, I was unbelievably obsessed with Nicholas Drake. Oh, thinking back on it now and the types of books that I read today, I was so young and innocent. This series is so good. It's a vampire romance series. There's one girl and like six or seven brothers, and any vampires that are born, they're always men, they're never women. So this family had one girl, so she's like at the heart of a prophecy and she's destined to be queen one day. It's so good. Each book follows a different sibling and their love interests and stuff. Honestly, I was absolutely obsessed with it. So book one, there's like vampire hunters who are obviously trying to kill vampires, and when the siblings reach a certain age, they go through the blood change. So they're, for all intents and purposes, they're like human until the blood change, and then they're really weakened, and then when they awaken, they're like stronger and they're full vampires. So the hunters are trying to kill Solange, as the main girl, before her blood change. Oh, it's just so good. There's so many things that just go on throughout this series, but all the couples, I just ate this up as a teen. Like, I absolutely devoured it. Like, look how old these books are. The pages are so discoloured because it's so old, but it's YA fantasy romance, and if you haven't read this series, you really should. Then we have another blast from the past, the Fallen series. Oh my god, this is Angels. I haven't read these books in so long. Oh my god. So basically it follows Luce and Daniel, and book one, Luce goes to like this kind of like a boarding school but for badly behaved kids. And when she's there, she meets a load of people, including Daniel, and they're all very mysterious and she's drawn to them. But Daniel tries to stay away from her because he's very vague, he doesn't really explain why, but it turns out that Luce and Daniel have been falling in love over and over again for hundreds and hundreds of years, and every time he kisses her or he tells her who he is, she dies, and then she, like 17 years later, she's reincarnated and they cross paths again, and he's like destined to just watch her die over and over. Oh my god, it's so good. And it turns out that he's an angel, and all the other people who, not everyone in the school, but all the other people who have been like around her, they're all fallen angels basically. Oh, it's so good. They actually made a film out of Fallen. I watched it because obviously I've read the books and I thought, yes, this is going to be good. The film wasn't that great. I don't think it was very well cast, to be honest, and they never made any of the others, which is such a shame because the series is incredible. But yeah, angel fantasy, so good. Then we have the Vampire Academy series. Ignore the fact that this one is the movie cover. I literally hate that, but we move. So growing up, I was very obsessed with vampires. Like, I really loved vampire romance, so I used to just read any and everything that was vampires, but this is one of the series that stayed with me, hence why I've still got the books. I absolutely loved it. This follows Rose and Lissa. Lissa is like vampire royalty and Rose is like her protector. So there's full vampires and then protectors, and they're called different things. I can't remember the names of them. So the protectors look after the full vampires basically, and they all go to this academy, and Rose gets into a relationship with one of her professors. Saying it out loud, it sounds quite bad, but it is YA. Loads of stuff goes on in these series. There's like a feral type of vampire as well that you can turn into. I think they're called Strigoi. So there's like 3 different types of vampires, and obviously you don't want to become Strigoi. And it's just very good. They're just trying to navigate relationships, high school, the war that's ongoing, things that are greater than themselves. It's very good, this series. At some point, I probably would like to do a reread of this actually, because I've forgotten a lot of what happened. I haven't forgotten book one because they made that into a film, and I was obsessed with it. It's really good. But yeah, this series, chef's kiss. I do have to say, I don't feel like Dimitri was well cast in the film, because the guy who played him just wasn't it for me. Then we've got the Raven Cycle. To this day, I'm still obsessed with this series. I'd say this is probably the most fantasy-esque series that I read as a teenager. I wasn't really big into fantasy, even though the series I'm showing you are all fantasy. I did mainly stick to vampires and werewolves. This one is not like that. This encompasses magic and ley lines and people who can pull like things from their dreams into reality. Basically, this follows a girl called Blue. She gets in with these boys who go to like this private school, and the emblem is a raven, so they're called the Raven Boys. And they're like on a quest to discover the Welsh king Glendower and his burial site. They're trying to find like ley lines in the town and discover the magic in the area. There's so much. It's really hard to put into words the things that goes on in this series, but honestly, it's incredible. And Blue, the FMC, her family are all fortune tellers, and she's always been told her whole life, if you kiss your true love, he will die. And her true love is one of the boys, this guy called Gansey. It's so good. Again, it's YA, but it's so incredible. I will never, ever, ever forget the sense of wonder that I felt reading this as a teenager. Honestly, the thing that drew me to it was the cover of this book. I saw this in a bookstore once. I think I'd gone to Llangollen with my family, and we were on just a day out, and we went into this bookstore because it's got loads of quaint little bookstores in the town. I saw this and I thought, I have to get that. I didn't even know what it was about, and I didn't regret it because the series is amazing. There was a spin-off series that came out a few years ago which I read as an adult, and it was really nice to kind of dive back into this universe. It'll probably come as a shock to no one that we've got the Twilight series, obviously. Vampires, like, hello, but I think, are you even a reader if you didn't read Twilight as a teenager? Do you know what I mean? This is probably one of the first series that had my heart. As you can see, I've got like the the special box set of it. I binged these books. These are thick books. I remember it was summer and my bedroom was at the front of the house, and I remember turning my bed to face the window so that I could sit in the sun and read from my bed. Like, I vividly remember that memory. How funny. I feel like I don't really need to explain what this series is about because, let's be honest, if you haven't read the books, you've seen the films. Like, everybody knows Twilight. The books are so much better than the films though. Honestly, I love it. Then lastly, we have the Shiver series. This is the same author as the Raven Cycle. This is a werewolf YA romance series. We've got Shiver, Linger and Forever, and then she brought out a spin-off called Sinner. I've never heard werewolves done like this, the shifters. So basically, they only shift when the weather gets too cold. It's actually so good. So the main guy is a werewolf and he meets the main girl. She kind of comes across him in, I think it's in her back garden. He shifts and he can't control it because the weather's so cold and he's got nowhere to live. I don't remember much else about the series other than the spin-off was about this guy called Cole who was a famous singer, and he wanted to be turned because he hated his life and he didn't have anything to live for, so he wanted like a higher purpose type thing, so he turned into a wolf, and he is in these, but he's obviously, the spin-off was about him. All I can tell you is that this series is very good. And I believe I've seen somewhere that it's either being made into a film or it's being made into a series, and best believe I will be there to watch that. It's so good. I love this cute little box set. Yeah, so there's some of the series that I was absolutely obsessed with as a teenager. Let me know if you've read any of these, because I don't often come across people who have read The Raven Cycle. I don't often come across people who have read the Fallen series or the Drake Chronicles, so I know the others are a little bit more mainstream. But yeah, please let me know if you've read any of them. I'd love to hear some of the series that you read as a teenager, because I might have read them as well. I did used to buy books a lot on Kindle. I just used to have the Kindle app on my phone. I never used to have a Kindle as a teenager. So I used to read a lot, and I wasn't really into Wattpad. I did used to read on other websites and stuff, so I'd be curious to hear what other people have read and be reminded whether I've read it or not. Yeah, this is only a short one, but if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and please make sure to subscribe because I do post videos every week.